Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I just want to point out the oak leaf hydrangea is getting pinker now. This is when it's my favorite, when it goes into the light pinks and then dark pinks. It's always changing, just like us, always changing, just like the world, adapting to the situation. That hydrangea sort of gets a tan as the summer progresses. Hi, Charlie. Hi, everyone. Today is the 28th of July. It is a Monday, as most of you are quite aware of. And the moon is in Virgo. We had a early morning conjunction of the moon to its own south node. South node of the moon, the transiting south node, is the release point. It's connected to the past. It's in Virgo. We've been trying to perhaps release our need to feel perfect and to beat ourselves up for not being perfect. Hopefully we're doing that. And then moving into that north node, that Pisces north node, with a certain amount of faith and imagination and compassion for us and our fellow human beings. How are we doing on that front? I know everybody here is doing real good on that front. Now we just have to have the leadership catch up, right? We'll see. We'll see about that. We also had an early morning semi-square. That's a 45-degree angle between Mercury and Venus. Mercury and Venus can't be very far apart from each other from our perspective. And so this is almost as far apart as it could be. Venus is the heart. Mercury is the mind. It's as if the heart and mind are as far apart as they can be. And eventually, Mercury will go direct, and then they'll get closer together again, and eventually have a conversation, and eventually come to some sort of connection and conjunction, and then they start their journey again. They have a kind of an aspect pattern that goes almost like a pendulum, as our heart and minds act almost like a pendulum at times. We also today have Venus make a sextile to Chiron. This is an opening sextile. It opens a line of communication, and we're dealing with relationship and love and partnership and diplomacy, perhaps, as we move forward. Attempting to heal the wounds, figure out who we are, see what we stand for, all those sort of Chiron and Aries themes. And the moon later today will conjoin Mars, which is in Virgo, still pretty close to that south node. And Mars brings energy. And the south node of Virgo could also be about, Virgo is the energy of separating the wheat from the chaff. And so that's kind of what we're doing at this moment. We're deciding what we want to keep in our energy field and what we want to release. And we get to decide on that. We have free will, as you know. So that's really kind of the story. I think it's going to be a productive day. Virgo is always a productive day with the moon in Virgo, Mars there. You're going to have more energy to do those tasks that perhaps you've been putting off, or that the tasks on your list, and you'll get through the list perhaps. So here's to that, even with Mercury retrograde. May not go exactly as planned, but it will happen. What do you say, Charlie? He's like, I'm going to lick my foot. That's what I say. How you doing, Charlie? Everybody wants to know. People in the know. He has so much fur. I don't know. It just keeps growing. I don't know. When you pat him, he feels like velvet. He's really quite a Quite a beautiful cat. All right, but he needs a good brushing. You just got to catch him. You know how that is. All right, guys, that's a Virgo thing, right? I got to go brush my cat. All right, check your list. Check it twice. I know you've been nice, and I know you've also probably been a little naughty, but that's what makes life interesting. So we're facing another week. It's going to be an interesting one. A lot of Venus activity this week. She will be changing signs. She'll be going into Cancer this week. So we have things to talk about and things to look forward to, and hopefully that'll mean more compassion. There's talk of the end of the Gaza war. I would call it the end of the Gaza genocide. It doesn't look like a war to me. It just looks like ethnic cleansing. But, you know, that's what I think, and many of us do. So let's hope those poor people get some relief. I know we've all wanted it, but at a certain point, you know, I don't know, something's got to give. And hopefully it's, well, I'm going to keep my opinion to myself on that. All right, everyone, have yourself a beautiful day, and take care. It's going to be hot here, probably hot everywhere, right? Except for Australia. Enjoy your cool weather, Australia. So be careful out there. The heat indexes here on the East Coast are going to be high, so make sure that you're hydrated, and that you have rest and time in the shade, and time in a cooler environment if you can find one. All right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.